Hello everyone. Today I wanted to share a few tips that might help you learn how to play this lovely little composition by Mauro Giuliani. This piece is predominantly filled with slurs, or hammer-ons and pull-offs, as guitarists call them. So I'll start by sharing a few ideas about how to play slurs in general. For hammer-ons, try to make sure that you hit the string with the tip of the finger. This way the finger is very strong and all the pressure is focused directly onto the string, which creates a strong and clear sound. Using the tip of the finger, and pretend your finger's like a hammer. You hit down with a fairly hard and fast movement. You shouldn't take a huge swing at it, because this is inefficient and less accurate. Don't take a massive swing, but it should be pretty strong when you're hitting down with the tip of the finger. So there are some ideas for hammer-ons. For pull-offs, you should try to find the right angle for your finger to release off of the string. If you just go straight upwards, you probably won't pluck the string at all, and it'll be very quiet. If you just lift upwards, you can barely hear it at all. If you pull directly downwards, it might be kind of sluggish. Your finger might get sort of stuck on the string. It'll be like too hard, too slow, and just pushing too much in the wrong direction. So an ideal pull-off will involve a motion that is moving both downwards and outwards. So you're plucking the string very effectively. If you're doing this on another string, like the second string, your finger should come to rest gently on the next adjacent string. And for pull-offs involving two fretted notes, it's important to prepare for the pull-off by pushing on both notes before you pluck the string with your right hand. So for example, if I'm pulling off from a G to an F on the first string, I'll push on both the first and third frets simultaneously, then I'll pluck the string in my right hand, and then I'll lift my third finger off to do the pull-off. What a lot of students do at first is they try to push on the first fret at exactly the same time that they pull off from the third fret. And this is extremely risky and very likely to result in a buzz note, doing something like this. So it's much better to prepare both frets in advance. You push on both before you start the pull-off. Alright, so now I'll show you an effective way to practice the slurs in the first 4 measures of this composition. A lot of beginners struggle with keeping the timing of slurs steady. Students often do the slurs as fast as they can, which results in a very uneven timing. They might play it something like this. And they're so eager to get a strong sound that they go as quick as they can. But we need to fix this problem, right? So I suggest using a metronome to practice. I'm going to set mine to a very slow speed of 80 beats per minute, and this is going to be the speed of the 16th note pulse. So when I'm playing at this speed, every single note should occur precisely on time with the tick of the metronome. So if you can play it perfectly several times in a row at this slow speed, then you can bump the tempo up a bit. So I'm going to jump all the way to 120 beats per minute to give you an idea what this sounds like. There we go. So eventually, over the course of many practice sessions, you'll be able to play it smoothly and evenly at full speed. But it's essential that you master it at a slow speed first. And this is actually the most efficient way to learn any new piece of music. Master it at a slow speed first, and then gradually work up towards the full tempo. If you try to immediately play a piece at full speed, you'll probably make a lot of mistakes and develop some bad habits, which will take a really long time for you to correct the bad habits, and you'll end up going in circles and wasting a lot of time. So you'll overall master a piece much more quickly if you go slow and careful when you practice. So I would encourage you to apply this method of practice with the metronome to the entire piece. Break it down into small sections of 2 or 4 measures at a time, so you can really, mentally process all of the details that you encounter. You can really pay attention and really think about exactly what fingers you're using. Small sections, very slowly. That's the way to practice. So of course, a polished performance of classical guitar music shouldn't be completely robotic and metronomic. Like, once you've mastered the technical requirements of the piece, it's important to apply your feeling intuition and create a performance that includes dynamics and appropriate fluctuations in the tempo. And honestly, this is hard to describe intellectually, or hard to teach it intellectually to another person. So you really need to engage your ear and your sense of feeling to guide you. If it feels right in your heart, then that's probably the right way for you to play it. I think you should trust your intuition and don't be afraid to play it differently than another performer. Part of the joy of listening to classical music is that each performer has a unique personality that manifests in his or her performance. So the same composition can sound quite different depending on who is performing it. And I think this is a wonderful thing to be celebrated. So try not to think of it in terms of what is right and what is wrong, but just let it come out naturally, the way that you feel it should, in the moment that you're performing it. And I think perhaps this is the only right way to perform it. So I think I'll wrap things up here. I hope this was helpful. Feel free to comment with any questions or feedback. Have a great day.